talk every time.
We were told that this was all sorted, that we were now in the sort of open waters of Brexit. That clearly wasn't the case.
Make it more difficult.
Isabel, shut up.
Excuse me.
Hang on. Let's not descend. Let's not descend into insult. Hang on.
Civility in politics.
Yes.
This was adopted as official Labour Party policy when it comes to Islamophobia. This report warned, this was Labour's official view, that calling these paedophile rapists away with it so long, hand-wringing white middle-class politicians terrified to be accused of racism.
And this is absolutely the heart of the problem. And we talked about this last night, and I said then, and I'll say it again, everybody who has suggested that it is somehow racist to highlight the ethnicity of all these men is part of the problem.
If you're still choosing to vote for either the Labour or Conservative parties, it feels as though you're standing against the public's interests. And, above all, you're betraying voices like Isabel Oakeshott. On January 10, 2025, a heated discussion emerged regarding the Labour Party's position on grooming gangs, sparking sharp criticism from several political figures. Under Keir Starmer's leadership, Labour has faced backlash for opposing a nationwide inquiry into the widespread issue of grooming gangs, a problem that has plagued numerous communities, particularly in northern England. Critics argue that this resistance stems from a fear of being labelled as racist or Islamophobic, given that many of these grooming gangs consist of men from Pakistani Muslim backgrounds. This contentious stance was influenced by a Labour-commissioned report led by Wes Streeting, which cautioned against referring to grooming gangs as Asian grooming gangs, citing concerns about reinforcing negative stereotypes about Islam. For many, Labour's approach is seen as complicit, with critics arguing that this excessive focus on political correctness has allowed perpetrators to evade justice, leaving vulnerable young girls further victimized. A growing number of Labour MPs, including Sarah Champion, have publicly defied their party's stance, calling for a comprehensive national inquiry. Public trust in the party has waned, with many accusing Labour of neglecting the cultural factors contributing to the issue. Revelations about the extent of these crimes and the repeated cover-ups have ignited widespread anger, with demands to hold those who turned a blind eye accountable. Without a thorough investigation, critics warn, the full scope of the scandal will remain hidden, denying victims the justice they deserve. Shifting public sentiment, the state of crime in the UK. Beyond this controversy, Isabel Oakeshott has spotlighted the broader issues of rising crime and lawlessness in the UK. She's drawn attention to topics like uncontrolled immigration and its repercussions on public safety, alongside a culture of denial within both the Conservative and Labour parties. Politicians have repeatedly refused to acknowledge their role in the chaotic state of the nation, from persistent fare evasion on the London Underground to blatant shoplifting in city centres. The government's reluctance to address small-scale offences has fostered a sense of insecurity across communities. Oakeshott warned that this leniency toward petty crime would inevitably pave the way for more serious criminal activities. Affluent neighbourhoods appear insulated from much of the turmoil, but for many ordinary citizens, a lack of robust law enforcement and tougher penalties has emboldened criminals. This disconnect between the political elite and the struggles of the general public has fueled frustration, public outrage and demand for change. As dissatisfaction grows, many citizens have voiced their intent to turn away from both the Conservative and Labour parties, citing their collective failure to address escalating crime and societal breakdown. People are increasingly demanding accountability for offenders and effective measures to restore public order. Reform UK is now emerging as a potential alternative, drawing support from those disillusioned with the traditional political system. A shift in public sentiment is underway, with calls for fresh leadership and tangible change becoming louder. Additionally, there is growing resentment towards London Mayor Sadiq Khan. Stay informed and join the conversation as we navigate these critical issues together.
Like this video and subscribe my channel for